Can everyone hear me? No? Can I have your attention, please? Good morning, everyone, and I'd like to welcome you on this beautiful morning. We have a lot of information to share, and it's really imperative that you are cognizant of what is coming. And we have several speakers here today, several entities that can share the information, and they're going to tell us what we need to prepare for and what awaits us, I guess, with the coming storms. I just want to, there's several resources for the different things that we need, and they'll all be sitting up here. So after the meeting, if you can come up here and meet with the people that, the respective entities that you need to meet with regarding the issues that you're dealing with. We will have Peter Garcia.
It's not loud enough.
You can't hear?
No.
Can you hear there? Yes. Okay. Our first presenter is going to be Peter Garcia from the New Mexico Environment Department. He will be discussing the right of entry for debris removal, and I believe he's up here. And then we will have Colin Haffey from New Mexico Forestry Division, along with Phoebe, she's a hydrologist from Highwater Mark. And then we will have Paula Garcia from the New Mexico Association, Acequia Association. And then we'll turn it back over to Colin, and then he'll be introducing any of the other entities that will want to speak. Colin? Oh, Peter, sorry. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Buenos días, le Dios. I'm here to discuss the full-service debris removal program the state of New Mexico is offering in conjunction with the federal government. And what we're asking is for you folks to fill out this right of entry form, and this is what it looks like right here. This is the cover page. And I have some up here, both in English and Spanish. And what we're asking you folks to do is please give the opportunity to the professionals and the certified individuals that actually know what they're doing in regards to removing the debris, because we don't want to put your health, we don't want you to put your health and safety of yourself, your family, your friends, and your neighbors at risk with handling this debris from the burn scar, from burned homes. And we're asking that you please take the opportunity of this program. There's no out-of-pocket cost associated with this program at all whatsoever. And again, it's asking for this information because we as the state government, federal government, require permission to access your property and properly clean up the debris. Then there's going to be on option one, which is the right of entry, there's going to be two phases. Phase one, the EPA goes in and removes all household hazardous waste and bulk asbestos-containing material. Under phase two, the Army Corps of Engineers is going to go in and remove the remaining asbestos material and all other debris and ash from your property, and also any hazard trees. They will have a certified arborist that will assess the trees on your property that could be considered hazard trees as of today or between 3 and 5 years from now that may fall or potentially fall on your homes when you rebuild. In addition to that, there's between 3 and 6 inches of soil that will be scraped off, that will be removed from where the home once sat, where it burned. And we're asking that you put the burden on the state and federal government to go in and assist you in the debris removal and clean up of your properties so that we can help you folks get back to life as once was normal. I know that never go back to exactly how it was, but to take that one item off your plate on removing the debris. And again, there's no out-of-pocket cost associated with this program at all whatsoever. You can also submit the forms online, and just yesterday it was approved that you can submit them with an electronic signature. And we're asking that you also provide a photocopy government ID when you submit them, and so that we can also, when we receive them electronically, we're going to send them to the county so that they can validate these programs, this ROE, that we make sure that you're filling it out, you're the property owner, and we're getting permission from you to go on and clean your property. And again, we're making it easy. There's also the website, And this form, this paper here, this pamphlet also has the website, which is www.nmdhsem.org/2022-wildfires. There's also a 1-800 number, a hotline that's manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that number is 1-800-432-2080.
Can you repeat that, please?
Sure, I'm sorry, I'll go a little bit slower. The website is www.nmdhsem.org/2022-wildfires. And the phone number again is 1-800-432-2080. And this right of entry form, folks, has all that information. And when you come on up here after all the speakers have finished, feel free to ask your questions. We're here to assist you. And I know people have probably heard the cliche, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Well, we do really mean that. We're from the government. We're here to help you, folks. We're here to help you clean up your debris.
That's what we want to hear.
And again, folks, we're asking that we're really promoting this program, and we're asking that we take the burden off of you guys and put it on the state and federal government, because there's a lot of other things that you guys need to be worrying about instead of cleaning up the debris and properly disposing of that debris. We want to assure that your guys' health and safety is number one. And we're asking that you do not remove any debris from your property. If you choose option one, which is the right of entry, you can safely sift through the debris and the ash. I strongly don't recommend it because, again, you're putting your health and safety at risk. But if you do choose to sift through the ash, it does not affect your eligibility. And we're asking that you folks please wear proper protective equipment when you do that. Long sleeve shirts, face masks, safety glasses, safety-toed shoes, pants, and whatnot. We're asking that you please take care and be careful with your health and safety if you do choose to sift through the ash and the debris. But we're out, yes? Okay, so on that county representative, what will happen is if you submit this form to the county, it's going to be going to your county assessor. Your county assessor will then verify what the parcel number is, that you're the individual that's going to be, that you are the owner of the property. Now, if you send it electronically, we are working with your county government. They are one of the key players in the debris management task force, and that's comprised of county government, state government, and federal government entities. And that's who's going to be, we're going to be submitting the electronic copies to is to your county assessor. And if you choose to fill this out and submit it to the county, please submit it at your county office to your county assessor. And they will verify the information. And I'm sure you folks don't know what your parcel number is. You can call your county assessor and get that information from them. And again, folks, I can't stress enough to please allow us or give the burden on us so that we can clean up your property. We're here to help you out. And I'll be up here for later on if you guys have any questions. Yes, ma'am.
Does that include vacant land, these services, or is it just for people that lost their homes?
It includes it. If you have a structure that is larger than 120 square feet, you can qualify for this program, even though it's vacant land. Sorry, ma'am, what was that?
But if there's no structure?
If there's no structure, you may not qualify for this program. But the best thing is fill this out and it'll be assessed on a case-by-case basis.
How long is this going to take?
So we're hoping to get EPA on the ground, boots on the ground here within the next 2 weeks. And we're asking people to please fill out these rights of entry forms because EPA is going to begin at the area or the neighborhoods that have the most rights of entry filled out. And the reason for that is logistical purposes. So they're not jumping around the county from one neighborhood to another to another. They want to go ahead and go in one neighborhood and clear out all the debris from properties that have the rights of entry. So that's why we're asking you folks to please tell your family, your friends, and your neighbors to fill out these rights of entry, because if your neighborhood has the most rights of entry, that's the first neighborhood that EPA is going to be at. And again, not that we're not going to go to all neighborhoods. It's again just for operational and logistical purposes, because we don't want, or they don't want to be jumping around the county for one house in Buena Vista or another house in Chacon, stuff like that. So that's what they're looking at. So again, that's why we're going to bring in several teams to come in and clean up that debris. And the faster, the more rights of entries that we have in, they may bring in additional teams to assist to begin the cleanup.
How many pages in that questionnaire?
16.
16 pages. And again, the information that's on this is asking for your information. Who owns the property? Who's your insurance company? It asks for all the pertinent information that we need. And the federal, well, we're just going to keep the insurance information at the state and the county level. The federal government's not going to have any what they call PII, which is personal identifying information. All of that stays at the county and the state level. They're not going to get that information.
So if you have insurance, then what? You're going to have to get a hold of the insurance first to get the permission to clean up, or what?
No, you don't have to get the permission. You have to notify your insurance company. So what is, if in fact you do have a clause in your insurance policy that has for strictly damage or debris removal, if that's a percentage or a dollar amount, that dollar amount or percentage, which is strictly for debris removal, has to be remitted back to the county. Because we have to assure that there's no duplication of benefits. But again, it's just debris removal. Okay, and I'll let share something with you. Just when all of this happened, I looked at my personal insurance, home insurance, and my personal home insurance policy doesn't even have debris removal. So many of your home insurances policies may not have debris removal, and if it does, just that portion alone is remitted back to the county government. And I'll tell you that, say for instance you have a portion or a dollar amount of $1,000, $5,000, more than likely it's going to cost a lot more than $5,000 to clean up your property, because all of the debris has to be properly disposed of at permitted solid waste facilities. Yes, sir.
Can you give us some kind of an idea of what's involved in this debris removal?
So again, under the debris removal, option 1, phase 1, the EPA is going to come in and remove all household hazardous waste. And
To what level, though?
all household hazardous waste.
I mean, foundations, all that stuff?
That's
just going to leave an empty hole?
So the foundation is not considered household hazardous waste. That's under phase 2 of option 1. Phase 1 is the household hazardous waste and the bulk asbestos containing material. Phase 2 is where the Army Corps of Engineers comes in and removes all of the remaining other debris, and they may remove your foundation dependent on if it requires it, they'll remove it and they dispose of it. So all of the and again, folks, I'm going to be up here so I don't take much more time, anybody their speaker's time, but please come up, get one of these rights of entry forms, put the burden on us and the state and federal government. I appreciate your time, and again, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. Muchas gracias.